WireGuard on Linux used to confuse the crap out of me. I'd watch tutorials, mess with configs, break stuff, and honestly, I struggled with it for a while. But one day, it just clicked. And once it clicks, you'll realize WireGuard is really simple, especially on Linux. So today, I want to show you how easy it is to install WireGuard on CachyOS and Kubuntu and connect back to your home network, your home lab, or your data center rack. Hey everyone, I'm Adam with GotWire. If you're into home labs, remote access, self-hosting, or just securely accessing your home network from anywhere without any third parties involved, WireGuard is honestly one of the best VPNs you can run. Low overhead, fast speeds, simple configs once you get the hang of it, and Linux handles it beautifully. So I have CachyOS installed on my main gaming desktop PC. We'll get started with that first. And Kubuntu is basically the same thing, but I'll show you how to do it on Kubuntu too. So here in a minute, I'll switch over to my desktop PC and show you guys how it's done. Alright, so we're connected to my gaming desktop that is running CachyOS, as you can see here. So the first thing you have to do is open up the terminal and type in a command to install WireGuard. And I made it a little bit bigger so you guys can see, but this is the command sudo pacman-s wireguard-tools. And I'll have all the commands linked below in the description, that way you guys can just copy and paste it and follow along that way. So you hit enter, and then you type in the password you made when you installed CachyOS, you hit Y, and you let it install. It was that fast. And then the next step is the step that I couldn't figure out. I couldn't figure out how to generate the key pair and Linux, because on Windows, when you click on WireGuard and you click on manually configure the file, it already has the key pairs generated for you right there. But in Linux, I couldn't figure it out. I went to the WireGuard and the network config part, the GUI part down here that we'll go to here in a minute, network configuration, and I couldn't figure out where the keys were. I'm like, where do you generate these keys? But you have to generate them in the terminal. So this is the next command, wg genkey. So you hit enter, and then you have to type in another two commands to see both the keys. So you type in these two commands, cat privatekey, cat publickey, and then there are your key pairs. Now the next thing you have to do is go to your WireGuard server and type in that public key. I would suggest copying and pasting, because if you type, it's really easy to make a mistake. Ask me how I know. So in pfSense, you click up here and go to WireGuard, and then you click on peers. And as you can see here, all my peers have an IP address. I started with 10.0.0.2/32, and all these are /32. So I'm up to 16. So the next one I'm gonna do is 17. So we'll click on add pair, and you type it in down here, 10.0.0.17. You guys's will be different depending on how you set up your WireGuard server, and then it's always a /32, at least for me. And then for the description, you can label it whatever you want. And then here's the important part, the public key. I'm gonna pull up the terminal, and the public key is here on the bottom. You just copy that, and then you paste it into here. Now the pre-shared key, you can generate it, but I never do. It just makes it more complicated. Technically, it's more secure. Keep alive, you don't have to type anything in there. And then for description, you can label that whatever you want. And then for the tunnel, you have to choose what tunnel to assign it. So I'm just gonna do my WireGuard VPN. And then you just hit save peer and apply changes. And that's literally all you have to do on the server side on whatever you have it running on. Now to configure it on the laptop, down here you click on your Wi-Fi bars or your computer, depending if you're hooked up over Wi-Fi or hardwired. You right click and then click on configure network configuration. And then at the bottom middle here, you'll see a little plus sign. It says add new connection. You click on that, and then you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you click on WireGuard. And at first, when I was brand new to Linux, I'm like, what the heck is this? This looks scary as heck. It looks way different than Windows WireGuard. But connection name, you can name that whatever you want. I named mine home. It doesn't really matter, just so you can find it in the list and you go, hey, that's my home VPN. But the important part right here is WireGuard interface. Interface name, again, you can name that whatever you want. You can name it, same as up here on connection name. The private key, this is where you paste that other key in. So you pull up your terminal, and then you take that private key and you paste it in there. And then peers, you click on peers, and the public key, you get that from your WireGuard server. You click on VPN up top and then click on WireGuard, and then you click on the little pencil next to your tunnel, and then down here it says public key for this tunnel. You just hit the little copy icon, and then once you copy it, you go back here and you paste it in. And then your allowed IPs, if you want to make it simple, you can just do 0.0.0.0/0, and that will allow everything through. Now, I'm not an expert at this, so you can get more fancy with that if you wanted. And then the endpoint address is the WAN IP of wherever your WireGuard server is. And then your endpoint port, that's the port or your WireGuard tunnel. So over here, mine is 51820. So we'll type in 51820, and then we hit OK. And then for IPv4, you click on manual, you type in your DNS server. I just did my pfSense IP at 10.14.4.1. And then for addresses here, you want to hit add. And then this is the address that you gave the peer. So in my case, I think it was like 10.0.0.16. And then for netmask, since it's a /32, it's just 255.255.255.255. Then you leave gateway blank, and then you hit save this WireGuard tunnel. And it's just that easy. So to connect to it, you just hit your little computer or your Wi-Fi bars down here. And then once you hit save, it'll be on this list somewhere. I had to scroll a couple times to find it, but it'll have a little shield and it'll have the name that you named it. And then you just hit connect. And when you hit connect, it'll pop up here. And as long as you have traffic going both ways, it should work for you. If it doesn't, check your keys and check your IP address. It's real easy to mess up your IP address. Ask me how I know. And then you just hit disconnect when you're done using it. And it's that easy on CachyOS. So I'll switch over to Kubuntu and show you how to do it on Kubuntu. So I know I told you guys I'd show you how to do it on Kubuntu, but essentially it's the same way as CachyOS. The only thing that is different is the commands, and like I said, I'll have all the commands linked down below in the description, so that way you can just copy and paste them from the description. But after you generate your key pairs in the terminal, you just right click down here on the computer or the Wi-Fi bars and hit configure network configuration. You hit the plus sign and then you scroll all the way down to WireGuard, and it looks exactly the same. You fill in all your info and it's just like CachyOS. Alright, now that we got WireGuard installed and saved on our Linux machine, we'll go ahead and connect to it and run a quick iPerf speed test. So you just click on the little computer here in the bottom right. You find your WireGuard, whatever you named it. In my case, I named it My Cloud. You connect to it, and then it will take a minute for it to show traffic down here at the bottom. But if you get impatient, just open up your web browser and see if you can load a normal website like Google, and then see if you can load the router or your server on the remote side. So in this case, this is my router and my rack in the data center, so I know my VPN's working. So I'm gonna pull up my TrueNAS server in the data center, go to system, go to shell, and type in iperf 3-s. And I've already previously installed iperf on TrueNAS, so if you don't have it installed, you can look up the commands. I'm not sure what the commands are for TrueNAS, but you can just look them up and then type them into the shell, hit enter, and it installs in like 2 seconds. Same thing with the commands here on Kubuntu. It's just 2 commands, you type them in, and you've got iperf 3 installed. If you don't know them, I'll try to link them down below in the description for you guys, so you can just copy and paste them. But you just type in iperf 3-c and then the IP address of whatever is running your iperf 3 server. And then we're going to do a -p4 just so we can get the fastest speed possible. And a cool little trick, if you hit the up arrow, it'll give you the last command you just ran. So we'll go ahead and run it again. That time we got 2.19 gigabit per second. And this time we got 2.18 gigabit per second. And that's pretty much my bottleneck. I have 2 gig internet here at my house through AT&T fiber. So I'm pretty much hitting the cap of my internet. Now my rack in the data center, let's just say I got way more than 2 gig. But if you ask me, 2.18 gig over a WireGuard VPN is crazy fast. Way faster than like OpenVPN, and it's all ran on Linux. And just like that, we got WireGuard installed, configured, and running on Kubuntu and CachyOS. Plus, we got some pretty solid speeds too. If this video helped you out, go ahead and install WireGuard on your like button and smash it for me. Subscribe for more home lab and networking content, and drop me a comment down below and tell me what you're running your WireGuard on. And while you're down there, check out the description for everything I've used in this video, my laptops, and my network adapters. But thanks for watching. I'm Adam with GotWire, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.